Hi everyone, this is Danielle. I decided to do my project on Socrates, and I wanted to relate his life and his ideals to for songs in an analytical sense to portray how he thought and who he was. Um, I also watched an outside documentary just to discover more information about him in the time period that he was living in. So he was an Athenian citizen. He died in 399 BC. Um, he lived in a time period um, where they were being invaded by the Spartans. So I guess the Spartans came in on a ship and they they brought in the plague, which killed 1/3 of the Athenian society, and that really harmed their army and their defense. And at the same time, Sicily was asking for protection. So the Athens are like, okay, this is our chance. We could go invade them and conquer more territory. So they did that, and they sent 10,000 men to go conquer Sicily, but they ended up failing because they had a poor war strategy, a lack of food, and they were arguing a lot because they didn't get along. So that was unsuccessful, and that really harmed their army. Um, and then after that, they were in their feeble state. They were weak, and so when the Spartans came to invade them again, they failed, and they had to surrender to them. And they were really upset that they had such a weak nation. So they decided to blame someone, and who they decided to blame was Socrates because he was different. He questioned their authority, he thought for himself, and he didn't give into the society's tradition. So they decided to blame him for everything, even though that doesn't really make sense because it's not his fault. But so he was given a jury sentence, and he had a very short amount of time to defend himself. They had a water clock that basically like dripped water, and then once the water was done dripping, he was out of time to defend himself. And so in that short period of time in Plato's apology, that's all the time he had.